This robot lawnmower does not use a perimeter wire, and it doesn't need an RTK antenna, yet it's supposed to know exactly where it's mowing. On paper, this robot lawnmower seems to be the best robot lawnmower when it comes to value and not breaking the bank. We'll test the setup, the navigation, obstacle avoidance, app features, and most importantly, we're going to see if we can leave behind a lawn that's going to make the neighbors jealous. This is the MOVA LiDAX Ultra 2000, and as far as I can tell by looking at the price and its features, it seems to be the best value when it comes to robot lawnmowers. Robot lawnmowers in 2026 are ditching the RTK antenna. The MOVA LiDAX Ultra 2000 does just that. In addition to the RTK antenna, the robot lawnmowers are also in two different categories, all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive. Now, I've tested out a few all-wheel drive lawnmowers, including the MOVA LiDAX Ultra 3000. While that robot lawnmower is impressive in its all-wheel drive capabilities, I realized that not all lawns require all-wheel drive to get around and can save quite a bit of money doing without. Let's take a quick look at everything you get in the box. You get the MOVA LiDAX Ultra 2000 mower, a charging station which comes with the base and the back half. It's 2 pieces. Power supply, LiDAR brush for charging station, ground stakes, spare blades and screws, and documentation. First impressions, this thing feels surprisingly premium. The design reminds me more of a sports car than traditional robot lawnmowers. Just looking at the rear end, it looks like a Porsche 911. Taking a closer look at the MOVA LiDAX Ultra 2000, one thing that immediately stands out is a large 360-degree LiDAR sensor mounted on top. This is one of the key technologies that allows the mower to navigate without perimeter wires or RTK antennas. It uses a combination of a 360-degree 3D LiDAR sensor as well as AI vision to build a detailed map of your yard. Up front on the mower, you've got a 1080p HDR AI camera system. This is their UltraView 2.0, and it uses AI assistance for auto mapping. On top, there's a lid that hides the control panel. There's a screen, a couple buttons, the dial, and you can also change the settings and make adjustments on the fly with this. On the back, there's a rain sensor, so that way if it's raining, it knows and it won't be mowing the lawn. And then on the butt of it, there is a lift handle. The rear wheels are very aggressive looking, and this allows it to keep traction. The front wheels are just a simple caster style wheel. Underneath, you'll find the cutting system with the floating mower deck. This mower deck has a 7.9-inch cutting width. The LiDAX Ultra 2000 uses MOVA's Ultra Trim system. This system allows the cutting disc to move closer to the boundaries for cleaner edge cuts. Because let's be honest, the less trimming you have to do, the better, right? Now comes the part that everyone wants to know about. How easy is this thing to set up? Well, honestly, this is where the LiDAX Ultra 2000 really shines. I connected the 2 charging station halves together, placed the charging station on the ground where I wanted it, connected the power supply, plugged it in, and then I slid the robot lawnmower onto the charging base, and it started right up. Once it started right up, I was able to connect it to my smartphone app, and it was ready to start mapping. Instead of messing with the perimeter wire or installing an RTK antenna, the mower simply uses its LiDAR system and the camera system to create a map of your property. The mower can automatically create maps and manage multiple zones. It can even use multiple different properties. MOVA says it can support up to 150 managed zones and dual map functionality. So you can take this to a neighbor's house, or you can take it to your friend's house, or you can take it to your parents' house, whatever you want to do. You can mow your yard and someone else's. The control system on this is a on-screen joystick. It's just a 1 joystick on the screen, and it's super easy to use. It wasn't overly sensitive, which is nice, so I don't have to keep making edits. I started mapping each zone and pathways to each zone, and then it was ready to start mowing. Now, one thing to consider here, you can either allow the mower to map your yard automatically, or you can manually take control. For me, my backyard has a fence line for it to use the boundaries, and my side yard and front yard do not. There is nothing that tells the mower that it's my yard or my neighbor's yard. So for that mapping, I have to do manually. Now, let's be honest. I actually enjoy driving this robot lawnmower around and showing it where to map. So that for me, I'd like to do it myself. For you, you can do it with auto mapping if you want. So now let's get to the fun part, obstacle avoidance. Because robot lawnmowers always look amazing in perfectly clean marketing photos, the real question is, what happens when your yard looks like an actual yard where people actually use it? So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some obstacles in front of it like a toy, and we're gonna see how the combination of AI vision and LiDAR does to recognize all this. It's supposed to recognize and avoid 300 plus obstacle types. It can detect objects up to 230 feet. If for some reason the robot lawnmower misses or doesn't see the obstacle, it does have a bumper in the front. So if the bumper hits up against whatever it is, it knows something's there and will go around it. Watching it navigate around the objects feels like it's watching a robot vacuum that's somehow escaped the house and decided to start mowing the grass. It's pretty impressive. Now, none of this fancy technology matters if the lawn looks terrible afterwards. So how does it actually mow? The mower uses symmetric U-shaped mowing patterns instead of randomly wandering around. That means more consistent coverage and cleaner looking results. The finished cut looks surprisingly uniform. The lines were clean, the coverage was consistent. What really stood out to me was how methodical it was. No aimlessly driving around. Now the mowing deck is adjustable from 1.2 inches to 4 inches. Not a lot of robot lawnmowers out there can mow as high as 4 inches. And in the cool season grass areas like mine, the higher the cut, the better. I like to keep mine at 4 inches. So here's a look at my lawn before it mowed. It's tall, a little overgrown, and it's definitely in a need of a mow. Here's a look at it after a cut, and I cut it about 3.5 inches tall. To be honest, I think I probably could have cut it at 3 inches and made it look a little bit better, but at 3.5 inches, it doesn't look bad at all. Now, as far as the battery life goes, the MOVA LiDAX Ultra 2000 has a 5 amp hour battery, which can mow about 70 to 90 minutes at a time. And it takes 65 minutes to charge right back up. So yes, depending on the size of your yard, expect it to charge a few times in the middle of its mow. This is completely normal for every robot lawnmower out there. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at some of the smartphone app features. So in the app here, we got the robot lawnmower right here. We can quickly tell we can rename it if you want to up on the top left. We can tell it's charging and we're at 78% battery life. Right now, I can go ahead and enter the lawnmower to the settings area in the map area. I can start mowing or I can return to the station. I don't know why they have that there because it is charging at the station right now. I bet you if I click on that, it's going to say it's already there. Let's go ahead and enter the robot lawnmower. And it's going to go ahead and load my backyard map that I have mapped up right here. Now, right now we're looking at all areas. We have a calendar so we can set up scheduled events. I can do some map edits. I can go into the settings. But then also there's a camera button here. So it does have a camera on the front, a 1080p camera. So while it's mowing, you can actually check it out and see where it is in your yard. See and kind of monitor your yard if you want to. So let's go to the settings here. So right now it's under standard. It looks like 12,000 square feet a day. If you switch it to efficient, that's 17,000 square feet a day. Mowing height, this is where you adjust the mowing height in inches. Mowing direction, this allows you to change the direction of the mow. Automatic edge mowing, this was when it goes back and mows the edges and moves that mowing deck over. Safe edge mowing kind of gives it a little buffer. Ultra Trim 1000, this is where it actually lowers the trimming down and mows where a little bit lower. You don't necessarily want to do that, but you want automatic edge mowing. This allows it to go up closer to the edges. Let's see here. Obstacle avoidance on edges, we want that. Obstacle recognition, we want that. And this kind of gives you an idea of how tall of obstacles that you want it to avoid. Anything that's higher than 7.9, we want it to avoid. If you've got a short grass, you can go down to 2 inches. It's up to you. And then what obstacles is it? Humans, animals, and objects. And then you can also have it capture photos with the AI camera itself. It'll capture photos when it sees an object or an obstacle. So further in the settings here, we can look at the work logs, rain protection on, frost protection, which is great. This thing has frost protection. Navigation path. Do you want a smart path or a direct path? Do you want to go around the perimeter to go back to the charging station? Or do you want to just take a diagonal path, which I want smart. So we're going to save that. Do you want it to resume after charging? Auto recharge after extended standby? Do you want the light on or off? Anti-theft alarm, do you want that on or off? Human presence detection, on or off? You get an alert if there's a human there. You can change the PIN code, do a child lock, and then more information about the robot lawnmower. After spending some time with this, here are my favorite things. It's easy to set up. There's no perimeter wire. There's no RTK antenna, a big plus. No complicated installation. That alone right there will sell a lot of people in this mower. It has excellent navigation. The combination of the LiDAR and AI vision creates a very confident navigation map. It has a user-friendly app where everything is easy to find and simple to use. That being said, no product is perfect. A few things to keep in mind. If your yard is significantly larger than half an acre, you probably want to look at the larger models. The LiDAX Ultra 2000 is designed for properties up to roughly about 0.5 acres. As with any robot lawnmower, the cleaner and the more organized your yard is, the better overall experience you're going to have with this. Here are my final thoughts. Is the MOVA LiDAX Ultra 2000 worth buying? For someone looking for a robot lawnmower that's incredibly easy to set up, doesn't require perimeter wires, and it doesn't require an RTK antenna, this one is one of the most compelling options I've tested. The navigation is impressive, the mowing performance is pretty solid, the app is easy to use, and perhaps most importantly, it does remove a lot of headaches that have traditionally scared people away from robot lawnmowers. The biggest question isn't whether the mower can cut grass. It's whether you're finally ready to fire your old lawnmower and let the robot mower take over. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the MOVA LiDAX Ultra 2000. Would you trust a robot lawnmower to mow your lawn? If you found this video helpful, please leave me a like and feel free to ask any questions down in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing for more tech reviews, home automation, home and automotive how-to videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.